a darker hue.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope
Hey,
everybody.
my love. But
So,
yeah,
so
darling, it
oh, go
depends
ahead.
on how you feel. It ain't got nothing to do with your mama or your daddy. Because there's a whole bunch of children out here who daddy is black, their mamas is Wahite, and them children is just as beautifully melanated as they want to be. And they get treated like they melanated.
Amen. Tap the screen, y'all. We behind. Tap the screen.
Now, Javon, baby, have you been in Diamond Space before?
I'm a regular.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, be nice though, Javon.
I just know my sweet baby Javon can turn up. I just know Javon can get
They
real
know.
ethnic,
No,
like
they know.
his auntie.
They
Like
know.
okay.
they know.
I don't
Yeah.
want there to be no surprises.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
need you to
I was
come out
going-
with the Thanos glove. I just need not the Thanos glove. We can do like a little bit. I know where you're going, not the Thanos glove. Okay, bro.
I was going to just say real quick. It first is misinformation to say like the mother carries over or whatever the father has. So it's determined upon like how you phenotypically present in society. So if you phenotypically are black and you look black, whether your parent is whether your father is black or your mother's black, you are black phenotypically. Race is not biologically given. Right. So like when we talk about critical race theory and where that came from and how it was presented and created and designed, race has never been biological. When you do your DNA or ancestral test and it comes out that you come from a particular part in the continent of Africa, that doesn't mean automatically that you are black. Because there are white tea people that do the same exact DNA testing as many of us, and they also have a little bit of percentage of African ancestral bound, even though they are not black. They are white tea people by way of the transatlantic slave trade. That's what the slave trade did. It displaced black people while also colonizing and imperializing other areas of the world of indigenous and black people. That's what I want to say because I heard someone up here giving for misinformation about the father did this or the mother did that. That doesn't matter. Your father, for a biracial person who has a white or other person of color of blackness, your father and or mother can be black, and you could come out looking like Logic or Pete Wentz. Your mother or father can be black, and you come out looking like either me, Miss Diamond, or any other black person on the panel, and still have a non-black parent because there are dark-skinned black people who are also biracial. Because that's another misconception.
Dark-skinned Hispanic people. There's there's Hispanic people the same color as Diamond. There's Hispanic people in different races.
Hispanic ain't a race. Hispanic ain't a race.
Yeah. Hispanic. So yeah, Hispanic is for those that come from out of a Spanish-speaking country, and Latino is for those that come from a country out of who has ancestral ties. Well, dating back to a Latin American country like myself, right? Like when I go reach back down my line, I have ties to Puerto Rico, which is both a Hispanic speaking and Latino based country.
So I got a cash app message. Charles, I cannot let you back in. You've been requested. I can't let you back in. They paid to drop you. That's why I cannot let you back in. They paid to drop you. What the hell you want me to do?
You know it's his first time, Diamond, so he don't know what that look like. He don't know what that means.
Somebody said, okay, so I got to catch that message. I'm from Baltimore. That bridge is the key bridge to one of the biggest in Maryland. They have safety measures for ships to pass safely under without issue. I think this was very international. I think this was very intentional, and it's the entire bridge, not part of it. Cars with people are underwater right now, according to the news. So.
Oh, that I told you, baby, that was not an accident.
Wow.
That was not an accident. What happened in Baltimore, I'm willing to bet my whole 401k and my pension. That was not an accident.
Oh, I don't think that was an accident either. I just said it was a setup. I said that this morning. That was a setup for the government trying to distract us. That's a setup.
Y'all be blessed, royal people.
I wouldn't. That was.
Surprised if they come out and say that somehow got hacked, and that was led to. But the ship was already headed towards that pylon before it even lost power. It was aimed directly at the.
I need my military folks up here.
Diamond, can you drop me one?
That's not a distraction. That's the
Some people are
destruction of
saying that the bridge is
infrastructure.
old and it needed to be fixed on.
I'm not sure how true that is.
No, they they destroyed infrastructure. That's yeah, that's pre-war tactic right there.
And that's what I was trying to say.
What is the
Drop me
people?
one.
Is the people in the car under the bridge? In the water?
There were people in their vehicles on that bridge when it went down. Last I saw reported, it was like 4 or 5 cars that were on that bridge when it went down. And the cars went with it.
Oh, they got lawsuit names. That's awful for them people. I hope they pay for their funeral and pay what they supposed to. That's a shame.
And that's what I've heard. That's the reason why they want TikTok, because we don't own TikTok.
Sorry.
Whoever does has a lot of control over, like, we're not streaming apps and like, I mean, we're not watching TV, and like TikTok is the head in like sales and entertainment and a lot of things right now. We don't have access to it, and I've heard that's been the problem.
So can I ask a question? Is it possible for people to be focused on multiple things at a time?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just wanted to because there was some people in the comments like, yeah, I mean, I get it, and you know, the bridge going out, the Quiet on Set documentary coming out, the all the seats up for the House of Representatives and the Senate. I think that in this instance, especially with a critical key year within the presidential election and other seats of Congress, I think people need to, you know, in this instance, y'all gonna have to walk and chew bubble gum, hop, skip, and walk all at the same time in order for us to, because we can't. Even if you feel a little bit distracted, you have to keep focused on what's important, even though there's a lot going on around us at this time.
So I got a Cash App message. They said workers were working on the bridge renovating.
Okay.
I still don't believe it was an accident. I'm sorry. So you working on a bridge, and I'm not a construction person, right? But I had an uncle that used to work for Union Pacific. The big Lake Charles Bridge, he used to open the bridge for ships and boats to pass through. If ever there was work being done, no matter how small it was on the Lake Charles Bridge, they didn't allow ships to pass through.
It's the truth.
They did not allow. My uncle did that for almost 50 years.
Yeah, I did that for about 5 years.
So I know what I'm talking about.
That's the truth.
When he worked at the brig, that when ships would pass through or pass through the canal or whatever, because there was also a railroad track under there, right? And if a ship had to come through for any reason, he would go out and walk on the tracks or whatever, open the brig, close it, whatever. If there was any work whatsoever, no matter how small or minute done on that big bridge in Lake Charles on I-10, they never opened the brig for anybody until that work was completed. That's how I know that this was intentional, and I don't care what nobody say.
I'm reading the article right now. It said that the ship lost power and they was not able to steer the ship, hence why the accident happened.
Yeah, that's a lot. The ship was already headed straight towards them. Go watch the video. Yeah, it lost power, but it was already headed straight towards the little column that was holding the bridge up. It was headed straight towards that. The ship lost power a few seconds before it hit the column, but then the power came right back on, and it hit the column.
Okay.
Somebody said they want TikTok because it is free to get information that the government don't want us to have on TikTok.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
That's what I just said.
This is an information line. This information has been coming to us for years. It just hasn't reached us till now. And now that it's already been exposed, it's like they trying to run for cover. Everybody trying to run and see, they got the information. No. Yes, we are coming back. We're getting our knowledge.
Cover from what?
We are getting our knowledge, and they're basically scared because we're getting our knowledge back.
Where we ducking and ducking and weaving from?
Because we're giving knowledge back.
Where we ducking and ducking and weaving from?
Because we're giving knowledge.
Crane, you got an echo.
Bad echo. So here's what you got to do, right? I don't know what kind of phone you have, and I don't know how Androids work, right? But whenever I get an echo, I simply swipe up where it shows all of my windows that I have open, and then I close 2 windows in the background and come back, and that'll clear your echo up.
And if you got an Android, you just go to your home screen and jump back to TikTok.
Oh, okay. So
Just
yeah,
one button.
Y'all got
It's just one button.
Android phone? Y'all
and
got
hold on.
Android?
To the people that's saying, but it's not a drawbridge. I didn't say it was a drawbridge. I'm telling you, if there was ever work being done on that bridge in Lake Charles, Louisiana, just on the other side of Westlake, if there was any work to be done, there were no ships, nothing being able to come through there. And I think it was Mr. Ribsauce that said, I, for one, find it odd that the power went out. It hit the pole that I'm guessing a suspension pole that kept it up there. And then shortly thereafter, it came right back on.
No. The power went off and came back on before it hit the bridge. But it was
so they wasn't right.
The ship was already headed
Correct.
straight towards that column that held the bridge up.
They wasn't able to steer it away from the collision from happening. I think this could have just been I think this just could have been y'all. That's on T Wigs. I think that could have been an accident.
I'm sorry. I'm my family. Diamond, can you drop me, please, sweetie? I don't want to be echoing and disturbing anybody.
You're not echoing no more, Queen.
It's not true. You're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
It wasn't you anyway. It was Cream Nation that had to echo.
Yeah, it's not true, Tweety. I can't see that good. I ain't got my glasses on, but it's not true. It was Cream Nation.
Do I still got the echo?
No,
you good.
No, you're good now.
Okay.
You're good now.
All right.
Okay, I'm good too. Okay.
And
But
don't start no Android slander in the comments. And Javon, don't you start
I know,
either,
right?
okay? we love you and we appreciate you. Do not start the slander. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Now we're finna get in. Let's twist.
Huh?
I thought we was finna get into Android and iPhone wars.
No, we is not finna do this because listen, I'm gonna fight dirty.
I thought we was finna twist.